What is up, you guys? Who's ready for another edition of Wrestling News? What is up, you guys? Zombie here bringing you this week's edition of Wrestling News. If you missed last week's, I will leave it in the description below. But let's jump into this week's news. JTG and Johnny Mundo and Taya all watched Raw from a suite this past week. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Mundo was watching Raw. Return confirmed? Not quite. We ain't that lucky. None of us is that lucky. With AAA still doing amazing work and Lucha Underground still, skyrocketing, it's not looking good for Johnny Mundo anytime soon. And some news that will not surprise any of you guys. Triple H and Vince is not happy about The Rock calling CM Punk after Raw this past week. If you guys missed it, after Monday Night Raw, Rock was of course filming a movie, which of course had AJ about Paige, which of course had where Paige won her first women's title, which of course was off of AJ Lee on her first night on Raw. So they had to do a whole skit with AJ Lee and everything. The crowd was going and chanting CM Punk. So Rock ended up calling Punk. And luckily I went to voicemail because you could just imagine how bad that would have been. But Punk actually commented on Twitter stating that he was walking his dog at the time, that it was his birthday, and also the fact that he came out and said thanks to the whole stadium. So that was kind of nice. A news that came out this week: Nakamura wants AJ Styles at WrestleMania. I would love this match, especially if Styles has no current plans. That'd be amazing. Got some TNA news for you guys. The Miracle Mike Bennett and Maria re-signed a one-year deal with TNA. It's that time of the year, especially for TNA, to start re-signing people, which is really needed right now. Like the Hardy Boys still has not re-signed, and their contract's out this month. So, will they re-sign with new people owning TNA? Zeb Coulter actually signed with TNA as well this past week. He's going to be taking a creative role. That should be quite interesting. With Naomi's injury, she could be out 2 months or so. She compared her injury to the one that Seth Rollins has recently suffered. So, pretty much she got a boo-boo, and she will not be able to compete. Balor is set to make his WWE return in March to live events. Now, I know you guys will say, but Zombie, he was on NXT. Yes, he was on NXT for a pop second. He was there to get a pop from the crowd and stuff. But in-ring himself is not supposed to return to the main roster until March. Some news this week. You guys remember Tyson Kidd? Natalia's husband that had a very bad injury and then haven't heard anything about him since. He said that, of course, he had to have surgery and it's a very long process. It's a 6-month rehabilitation. But Tyson Kidd states that he has been ignored by the WWE. This would make sense considering now that he's not shown in Total Divas anymore. This could be bad for Tyson. And ladies and gentlemen, after WrestleMania, be looking for roster trades. Yes, there are news everywhere stating that there's going to be roster trades. No confirmed about who's supposed to be going where, but my guess is that we'll still see Roman go to SmackDown. That's my guess. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this week's wrestling news? Do you think TNA should re-sign the Hardys, or do you think they will delete them from TNA history? Until next time, watch Crack-a-Lack and Zombie Snacking. I'll catch you later.